Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, so if you watched my last video, you could probably see, or my last riding video, you can probably tell the difference. This is Miss T. She's a little bit smaller built, so she's a little thinner, and she's a little more hyper also. So I've been working with her. She's an ex-barrel horse, my ex-barrel horse to be specific. And she was pretty impressive, honestly. And I wish I could keep barrel racing with her, but she doesn't exactly have the best feet, so it's just too expensive to maintain her in competition mode. And she's 17 now, so she's a little older, and she can use the brake. So my last ride, she was just out hanging out in the pasture. This time, Cowboy's hanging out in the pasture, but he's over at the front. Oh, good girl. So as you can see, I'll probably be saying a lot. Oh, mama. Easy. Because she's still, and it's totally my fault that she is like this. I should have took the time to ease her back down into just walking around, and we're going to make a lot of circles because she's a little hot. And it's totally my fault. I should have worked with her to bring her back down to where she was an easy trail horse again. But I didn't take the time. We went to some runs, and then she sat in the pasture for like 2 years. So this is totally my fault. That's why I'm willing to, be patient with her, let her have her moment, and then switch it up on her. As long as she doesn't know where she needs to go, she kind of slows down. So as you can see, I'm asking her to kind of serpentine, because she's a little hot, and she wants to trot and run everywhere, and that's not what I want anymore. So she's just doing what she used to be asked to do. So she needs a little help toning herself back down. Sorry if this is shaky. She's bouncy, okay? She's trotting most of the time, and I'm trying to keep her loose rein, but she's a little bit fresh, a little bit hot. So, it's gonna be complicated. And I might not get a long video with her because it's very hard to train one-handed. So, honestly, to the end of the pasture might be all you guys get, because once you get past there, easy, mama. Good girl. Once we get past there, that's where I used to actually run her. So, she's going to be even harder to necessarily control, just to keep calm and try to get her to relax and just get her to think a little more than just reacting. Because right now she's kind of reactive. She's just trotting around, and not necessarily reactive as in like she's going to spook it all the things. But she is reactive as where, like, if I squeeze her just a tiny bit, asking for a walk from a halt, she immediately assumes that I want to run. Which, again, that's what she was trained to do for so long. We did it for 3 years, and she was wonderful. She went to the Worlds, and I really appreciate everything she did for me. But now I kind of messed up her life, I guess you can say, because now all she wants to do is run or trot around and lope around, and good girl. So y'all probably couldn't see it, but she kind of walked on a loose rein for a second there, so I had to reward her with some vocal cues. But once we get out here, I'll be able to kind of work with her a little bit more. Kind of show her that, she doesn't need to do this. She doesn't need to trot. She can just walk around. Just ease around. I'm going to just keep her in a loose little circle. Oh, mama. Good girl. And she's licking. I don't know if y'all could see that. Oh, mama. But I think she's starting to kind of think about it. So when they're licking and chewing and they're kind of thinking about it, that's the best thing. Oh, mama. So I'm just kind of talking to her. If she stays in a walk when she comes around, oh mama, then I'm gonna let her walk. I'm gonna let her walk off. If she starts to break into a trot, that's when I'm gonna ease her back into the circle. Oh mama, like that. So she kind of looked like she was gonna walk, so I let her walk. But as soon as she broke her walk, oh mama, I bring her back into a circle, because then she can't trot in her little circle. Then she gets kind of caught up. So I'm gonna actually switch hands real quick, so that we can go a different circle, because I'm kind of getting busy going to the left. And she used to run to the left, so it's a good thing to switch up from her too. So, and what I mean by she used to run to the left, so when we would run barrels, we would turn left first. So there's 3 barrels, 2 closest to you, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then 1 further down in the middle of those 2 in a triangle. And, well, it's also known as a cloverleaf pattern. Most people call it the cloverleaf pattern. So you can either run to the right or to the left. Some places actually, not places, but some divisions actually require you to only run to the right. I competed in NBHA with her, and we could go either way. So she can do either way. She can actually run both just fine. She can do both just fine. I found that she was a little more comfortable. Oh, mama. Oh. Good girl. Oh. Oh, you see, she's listening to me, so that's good. Granted, she didn't do what I wanted, so we're gonna have to go back in the circle. She stayed slow for a little while, but you see, she knows as soon as she gets out of that circle that she's got a little more freedom. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I know she's walking fast, and y'all may not think that's progress, but it's progress. I have no contact right now. Reins are loose, and she's okay, she was walking. She was doing good. That was great. That was progress. We made it a little further from the pasture, so that was great. That was nothing but good things right there. So as long as she keeps a walk, even if it's a fast and kind of clunky walk, it's fine as long as she walks. I don't care how ugly it looks, how uncomfortable it is to ride, and how bouncy it is. So, but as soon as I know she's in an actual trot, I'm gonna break her of it. So, I kind of threw a whole lot at y'all really fast, so I can understand how this video would be super confusing. So, she's a little complicated. She will be better once we get into the woods, but there's a long ride before we get there, and she needs to know, because this used to be our training grounds. We used to train here, so this is the only thing she knew to do around here, which is my fault. I should have walked around more and just kind of went slow with her more. But she did all her conditioning and everything out here. So she did her loping out here. She did her sprints out here. She did everything. So this is, she thinks she has to work, but she doesn't. She can just relax. Oh, mama. Oh. And I keep calling her mama. She didn't actually have a baby. They did send her to be bred when she was at my sister's house, but she didn't actually have one. But they did think she was pregnant for a little while. But then at her second checkup, there was no embryo. So she must have just absorbed it back. So no baby for her, which is fine. She is a little older, so it's rough right here, girl. You gotta go slow. Take your steps. So as you can see, she's not like out of control. She just wants to go fast. She wants to go a little faster than I would like. So, oh, yeah. Okay, I need to catch that. Licking and chewing. She realizes that I want her to just sit here. Just relax. Hi, mama. You're my sweet girl. Yeah. Yeah, you're just gonna wear yourself out. So, she is a little smaller than Cowboy. The drop down isn't quite as far. And I actually have a picture of her when we were running barrels one day. Ooh, that's a pretty shot. Um, she was running hard and dropped down so low around the barrel, my foot's literally like 6 inches off the ground. So that was pretty cool to get that picture. I have that at my house. But she's a really good horse. She's just got a little recoup to do. So I'm actually going to cut this video short. As you can see, it took us 10 minutes to get halfway to the back. So this is going to be a extremely long video if I keep going. Obviously, if y'all would rather me keep going, I can, but I won't know until the next video. So up to y'all. It would be much easier, if I had a helmet cam to where I wouldn't have to hold my phone the whole time. Look at those little ears. They're so cute. She has like dainty little ears. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna cut this video short, so I can really focus on her and make sure I'm doing it right. But next ride, I'll try to get better video if she's a little calmer, and hopefully, after a couple more rides, she'll be back good as new. So, well, good as before she was running barrels. She just thinks that she has to work all the time, but she doesn't. She can just relax. So I'm gonna work on that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Say bye. Okay, there you go. Bye.